Justice Unmuted. South Africa is where free dialogue and public accountability are not just ideals, they are constitutional rights. And when a high ranking police official goes public with allegation against the Minister of Police, the country deserves answers. I am talking about Lieutenant General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi, KwaZulu-Natal Police Commissioner, known for his impeccable integrity, straightforward communication, and operational success. But on the 6th of July 2025, Sunday, yesterday, Mkhwanazi dropped a political bombshell. Yes, in a stunning conference in KwaZulu-Natal, he raised serious questions about political interference, corruption, well, we know about that, and an attempt to derail key investigations into contract killings, including high-profile whistleblower and artist cases. According to PC, Police Commissioner of KwaZulu-Natal, Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi, a man named Brian Mkhwanazi had inside access to high-level police briefing. You would say, okay, no problem. Well, that's a problem. This man communicated directly with both a criminal suspect and a top leadership in SAPS. Mkhwanazi revealed that the Minister of Police, Senzo Mchunu, initially denied knowing Mkhwanazi, yet days later acknowledged him in a social media post on X. He further claimed that the disbanding of a political task team occurred just after a critical ballistic report, a report that linked multiple murder cases to a single syndicate. Yep. So when General with the high impeccable integrity call upon a press conference, so the nation stopped and listened. So when General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi connected the dots between the interference, political cases, and contract manipulation, it wasn't just a whistleblower. It was a challenge to the minister himself. It was coming closer to the President of South Africa, Cyril Ramaphosa.
The Minister of Police invited and facilitated the peace talk between myself, the Provincial Commissioner of KwaZulu-Natal, and the Deputy National Commissioner, Lieutenant General Sbiya, in his office, in his house, State House, official residence in Pretoria. The purpose of this invitation was to try and create peace between myself and the Deputy National Commissioner. It was unprecedented. I've never seen in my life. The National Commissioner was present, but he just kept quiet because it was not his meeting. The Minister of Police felt that he must make me and General Sbiya to find peace. Surely, there can never be peace between a criminal and a police officer.
Yes, there can never be a peace between a criminal and a police officer, said Mkhwanazi. Yeah. Senzo Mchunu South Africa's Minister of Police was not in the room. This was a press conference, yet he offered no rebuttal, no clarification, no statement that was any meaningful, not even a commitment to investigate this claim. It was just silence. But until later, he issued his statement. By then, the social media was trending, was on fire. So now let's talk about the why this is so important. In democratic society, freedom of speech is more than an opinion, it's about facts. Section 16 of South African Constitution protects freedom to receive or impart information, especially when it serves the public interest. Isn't sideshow or political barbs. It is oversight in action. Our right to know what's being done in our name. Mkhwanazi may have come swinging, but he came with receipts, with records, with damning evidence, with accuracy and precision in timeline and context. The nation awaits for the President of South Africa's response. He is in bricks at the moment. Yep. Yeah. And this stuff that was actually raised by Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi, it is so linked to everything that I started with this series. It's so linked to the hospital shortage of medication. It's so linked to borderless South Africa. It's so linked to illegal miners. It's so linked with hijacked building. It is so linked with everything that's wrong about South Africa. And when you look around, you're thinking, well, are these people stupid? Why don't they have intelligence? Are they dumb? Is everyone on Nayope there? Is everyone really dumb? This is what I kept asking myself. What is going on with this nation? But no. Enemy is within. There's enemy amongst us. There's enemy higher up in the government. There's enemy within. The enemy of the South African people. The enemy is within the government itself. Let's continue to listen.
As we speak, the South African Police Service, KwaZulu-Natal, still does not have a leader within crime intelligence because of the letter where the minister suspended the filling of vacancies at crime intelligence, which is dated the 31st of December. So to date, we don't have a command of crime intelligence in this province. We are trying to figure out on our own how to infiltrate syndicates because the minister decided these posts must not be filled.
So what he alleged is that the Minister of Police, Senzo Mchunu, did not appoint a key officer for intelligence that's going to help them to reduce crime in KZN province, putting the citizens of South Africa, visitors, and the police at risk. So police are working without key intelligence. He also alleged that there was a communication between the Minister of Police, Senzo Mchunu, with these syndicates, these political killing syndicates. The commissioner, the PC, Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi, presented this information, this WhatsApp exchange extracted from a case, a phone number of another person called Nhlanhla, which purportedly show communication between this businessman Nhlanhla and an associate of Minister of Police Mchunu. That person is Mohotsi that I mentioned earlier. So the message from that WhatsApp on the 1st of January 2025 that was shared after that conference by the media, it says, and I quote, "I have arranged a meeting for Sibiya and the minister. They must have a solution. The task team that came to your house and harassed you has to be dissolved. They got the letter on Monday, and as we speak, they are bringing all the dockets to Sibiya." Yeah. Yep. So in this exchange, the commissioner alleged that Nhlanhla financially supported Mchunu's political activities and also cited the proof of payment for travel expenses and a gala dinner in Cape Town. He also claimed that Nhlanhla, who held a 360 million police contract, was instructed to work on invoice before his contract was terminated abruptly after the allegation of attempted murder and his association with political killings. This individual, Nhlanhla. There is a claim of interference in investigations. The respectable commissioner, Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi, alleged that Mchunu, the Minister of Police, of really obstructing justice, obstructing the task team's work, sabotaging it, particularly after it linked the firearms recovered in Gauteng, another province, to multiple high profile murders. He alleged that senior police officials were dispatched to disrupt the operation targeting that syndicate. He further claimed that the investigating officer, that Directorate Against Corruption, seized evidence from the task team and arrested its project coordinator in a dramatic move, which he suggested was an attempt to derail the investigation. And the police officer, that individual, was implicated in an alleged communication this individual called General Shadrach Sibiya, of course, dismissed Mkhwanazi's claims. But he dismissed them, but just verbally, but Mkhwanazi brought the receipts. brought the communication information on record, made it public, that exchange. He brought the receipts. So this General Sibiya responded and said, and I quote, if he knows of any criminal offense, he must open a case. I'm giving him permission to share the evidence with the media. Of course, he shared the evidence with the media. He already did. And then he went on to say that this person that Mkhwanazi referred to as a criminal, and I quote, what General Mkhwanazi is doing is embarrassing. We're not going to bend to his level. There is no truth in what he's saying. I told you, Mr. Lieutenant, Mkhwanazi, the PC Mkhwanazi, has impeccable integrity. He's the most respected police commissioner South Africa has ever heard. So when he comes out and have a police conference, in most cases, the nation stop and people listen. So he comes, this person, and said, oh, the PC of KZN is so embarrassing. Okay. It's alleged anyway. Oh my goodness. South Africa, my beloved, cry, my beloved country. Cry, cry, my beloved country. You know, cry. Cry, my beloved country. South Africa deserves police that is free from political interference and leaderships that are answers to the nation and that provide safe services and safe community. And I feel for you people. I feel for you. I feel for after listening to this, there must be reckoning. There must be serious reckoning because there is nothing that Mkhwanazi put forward yesterday without providing evidence. That's a problem. The problem is he provided evidence. Even the issue that the minister lied to the inquiry, the minister of police lied having any knowledge of Mkhotsi. This man who's accused of attempted murder, who's linked to political killing, killing syndicates, and that what they do, they infiltrate government and they capture the government and the contract, and it's all a high-end criminality, organized crime. He lied to the parliament that he had any knowledge of this Mkhotsi.
Thank you very much, General Mkhwanazi. General Masemola and Minister Mchunu, would you like to respond in any way, or not in terms of General Mkhwanazi, but I mean any further response? General, I'm getting confused with Minister and General now. Minister, over to you.
Thank you very much, Chair. Very little from me at this stage. I've made all the statements that I needed to make, except to say that most of what the Honourable Member, Mr. Adams, made are issues that I spoke on earlier to say some of these matters are under investigation, and I did confirm that. The second statement, or the second statement that I want to make at this stage, the Honourable Member, Kola Barnett, talks about a list of sins and sinners. that I can't remember the number, and she says she would want me to attend to that. I will consult or talk to her in Parliament today to see if I could get the list of the people she's talking about, so that I attend to the matter. And then the next statement is cyber security in the country is a problem in many ways, opening up and making state departments and government as a whole very vulnerable. It's a matter that we should attend to, just as when the load of things that are receiving urgent attention gets down a little bit, and then we will prioritize this. And I would say that for now we've we're setting our sights on things like murder, firearms, both legal and illegal, and immigration, and every other aspect, especially how we're managing entry and exit points in the country together with other departments. Other than that, Chair, thank you very much for the opportunity. But I think I picked up something that Provincial Commissioner Mkhwanazi is saying about some fellow. 2 weeks ago, it does happen in a week or 2 or 3. I think a week and a half ago, I got somebody insisting that there's somebody who's going around saying he works with me wherever I am, he is there. And I said, show me the face. And it got to a point where he showed me the face, and I told him, I don't know this person. And a week before, there was another person, Mchunu, who said is my younger brother. My younger brother died in 2005, and I don't have any other. And so when the person says so, you really, so I think we must be very circumspect when people come to us and say, I must be an associate of this and that. I'm no associate to the person that General Mkhwanazi is referring to. But I appreciate whatever they discussed, and then those things coming out so that I understand who is saying what, where, and so on. I do know that possibly all of us, including you, Chair, you would have at one point or the other somebody claiming that they are your associate. It does happen. But other than that, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Minister.
He lied, but we could see it in that WhatsApp exchange that he knew everything, that this man was actually coordinating with this man, the man who doesn't even have security clearance, was actually involved within the police, had infiltrated himself into the police force. Yeah.
The crime intelligence at the national level has no commander as we speak. And we must thank the magistrate who made the ruling that went beyond what the charge sheet against the accused is about, which the members were charged on HR-related matters that dealt with filling of vacancies. The magistrate directed that these members must never enter any premises of crime intelligence in the country. So which means all the work of crime intelligence had to come to a halt. Interesting for us is that another magistrate who then had the matter of the second accused on that case, who had remained in custody last week, did not issue the same condition. He understood that the judiciary cannot get involved in determining whether people must go back to work or not. It is an employer that must make the decision. But I must just indicate to South Africans that Mr. Padayache, who appeared in court on the day when these police officers were arrested, whom the magistrate referred to as an investigating officer, is a former member of crime intelligence himself. He retired from the police and he went to join this new unit, IDEC. He is now referred to as a lead investigator with no qualification, no investigative experience at all. But he is a person whom the magistrate directs that if anything is wanted at crime intelligence, must go via him. So he gives him a carte blanche to access anything at crime intelligence on behalf of the members that are employed to work there. The vetting section within crime intelligence has more powers than any other units within that space because they can scrutinize everything about the applicant who's applying for security clearance. And they can manipulate that security clearance process for their own benefit. So I stand here understanding, as leading this province of KwaZulu-Natal, that fighting organized crime remains a priority as directed by government. The National Commissioner remains my commander and the commander of all of us as we wear this uniform. And we must protect this badge and the police commissioner. I call on all men and women in law enforcement, the South African Police Service and Metro Police to stand up and protect our people. Yes, sometimes law can stand on the way to achieve justice. We must choose justice. Thank you so much for listening to me.
So one more thing that he alleged in this last clip is that the judiciary is also involved in this. When you talk about the way that that judge instructed that everyone must actually report to this man who did not have even the qualification. So the judiciary went beyond and above their responsibility. And if you're South African, you would know a lot of things that related to immigrants and illegal people in South Africa. They tend to be a lot of these, judgment that don't make sense according to the laws being understood. And one of them, that's what the advocate was talking about in the last video about everyone, that if they, the interpretation of everyone is wrong, that everyone that, from everywhere can come and access free public healthcare system. This is because the judiciary is being captured. The judiciary is being captured as is alluded in this last clip. If you can go and look at other clips and other judgments that are very controversial, that don't align with how the law of South Africa should be. It's related to this issue around judges. So that's why every time when there are issues around related to administrative or people who are illegal and getting deported, they tend to be these for-profit organization that goes to court, and then they tend to prefer certain judges to rule after them. I had a look. That would mean those judges are actually under either some kind of payment from these criminals. It's not just the police. It's the police and the judiciary that's captured. There's a whole lot of corruption within, it's alleged, from the police itself and the judiciary itself. Cry, my beloved country. Cry, my beloved country. What have we done? What have we done to deserve this kind of leadership? It's a shocking allegation. And thank you guys for listening. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. Until next time, I'll see you then. Bye.